G'day ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. What have we done? I'm now driving in my $300 marketplace purchase and it feels great. It feels great. Yeah, this is completely unplanned. So currently on my way back to my joint. This car is unregistered, but we do have a unregistered vehicle permit on it, so we're just driving it around. The car feels fantastic. I'll get into the whole story and backstory once we get back to the house. I'll show you around the car. But yeah, I can't control myself, guys. I know a lot of you are gonna say, hey Mark, you had 11 cars, you got rid of one, now you have 10. Well, I'm back to 11. Back to 11. But I literally went on my phone on my work lunch break, and then next day I am driving this around. So we'll pick back up when we get back to my joint. We'll show you around the car, we'll show you what it looks like, and the story behind picking it up and what our plans are with it, what we're gonna be doing with it. Because yeah, this one's actually pretty cool for what it is. So we'll see you shortly. Disgusting. Well, here she is, guys. So this is my 1995 Ford EF Falcon Futura. I know a lot of you are going to say it's an EL because it's got a grille at the front, because the EFs don't have a grille like my green one there. No, but this is an EF with an EL front end, and the boot's pretty well gone. That's all the clear gone, but the rest of the car isn't too shabby. So first of all, before we get into the car, let's go over why I picked this up and how it all happened. So I jumped on Marketplace when I was on my lunch break at work, just having a look, see what was on there, because I always do that because, you know, have a problem. I come across this listing for a 95 Falcon, and it was about 800 bucks. I've jumped onto the listing and noticed the name on there was very familiar. The name on the listing was actually an old mate I went to high school with, and I messaged him straight away, and the listing went up probably, I think it was like 26 minutes it was on. And I messaged him, I said, hey man, I'll pick it up tomorrow. And I said, fancy seeing you on here, because I knew him from school. And then he started laughing and he goes, mate, it's yours, come get it. Next day I went and picked it up. The only catch was I had to bring my own wheels. Currently got my AU wheels on it, or got 3 AU wheels on it and 1 of the EL stockies, and I had to bring my own battery, so that was the only catch. So bring my own wheels and battery, completely fine with that. And went and picked it up, and he told me the story. He had it for about, I think, just under a week, and he said to me, he goes, bro, to be honest, you know, I paid nothing for it, bought it from an old lady, he'd been offer, and I said, well, would you take 300 for it? And he goes, yeah, all right. So yeah, he took 300 bucks for it. So the story behind this car was, it was an old lady at his work that owned it, and her ex-husband or something took the wheels from it and left it on bricks. So I think she had it from new. My buddy got dibs on it, and then he just wanted to quickly flip it. So I bought it off him, and that's how it all happened. I didn't really mean to end up with this car. I didn't even know what I'm gonna do with it, to be honest. First of all, we'll get into it. So the biggest problem on this car, you guys probably can hear as soon as I reverse it up, is the lifters are quite noisy. When you're driving, you cannot hear them, and it's got a squeaky belt or tensioner at the front. At idle, they're a bit clacky, so I'm gonna pull the valve cover off and just see if we're getting oil pressure to the head, and see if we can put some stuff in there to quieten the head down. It's probably the biggest thing I got to worry about. The front brakes are warped, so as soon as you hit the pedal, they front ball joints are gone, pretty common. Front shockers are gone, so the front just floats when you hit bumps, so it's all in the springs now. Clear on it's pretty buggered on this guard. And on the bonnet and the rear of this quarter, typical burgundy, maroon, red cars. So I'm going to hit this over with a polish and see how it comes out. It actually does look quite nice on the AU alloys. On the front, we've got a quarter light out here, so you can buy them brand new off eBay. This one's all right. This side's actually pretty good. If I close the door, it was raining before, so the car's a bit dirty. But with the alloys, it actually looks nice. These are the AU alloys from my drift car. The front's on a spacer because the AU wheels don't fit. They hit the control arm, because the E-Series have bigger offset wheels. Let's take a look, guys. Tinted windows, all the electrics work. Inside's immaculate. Just gotta give it a clean. It's all dusty. Have a look at the back here. Hello. So in the back here, got the battery bracket in the back there, got some cardboard. I haven't even opened the boot, guys. I literally got this car, drove it home. I haven't opened it or checked anything. Let's actually check inside the boot. I haven't checked inside the boot of this car, so let's have a look. It works, beautiful. Power windows, electric windows, they all work fine. With the driver's side one, you got to sort of pull it up with your hand, typical on these cars. All right, here's the boot. So it has been raining, so it's a bit wet in here. Dripping water. A jack. Have we got a spare? Yes, we do. Oh, look, got original floor mats in there too. City Ford. Look at the water coming out of the freaking boot lock, or boot latch. That's hilarious. Yeah, we got a full-size spare by the looks of it. And it's got the Ford warning sticker on it. And yeah, it's the E-Series, which is what's on the front left of this car at the moment from the other car. All right, we'll go around to the other side, have a quick gaze. Yeah, this side's pretty clean as well. Nothing really sticks out. Yeah, it's quite tidy in here. Headlining is actually not too bad. The one in my E-Series is way worse. It's got all the staples holding it up. Fantastic. Well, without further ado, I think we got to check what's under the hood. Whew, okay, the bonnet struts are buggered. Got the jack handle in there holding the bonnet up. The engine bay is actually really nice in here. I was so surprised, like the whole radio support. Still got the front shroud here, and it's actually really clean in here. It doesn't leak anything, doesn't leak any oil, which is good. So yeah, it's actually a pretty cool car for 300 bucks. Obviously you've got the pillar here, which needs to give that a nice paint, and the wiper arms too. I'll paint them up nicely so it all just looks a bit nicer once we polish the car up. But yeah guys, this is a new purchase and I have no idea what I'm gonna do with it. I know you guys are gonna be screaming at me for what we're gonna do with this car, you know, do another build, are we gonna quickly sell it, are we gonna restore it? So far my options guys is I need to be quite realistic because I have a lot of cars that I have to finish. So I can't really undertake another project like this one in front of me. But this one doesn't need much, it's more so just, you know, the wear items we're gonna change. So I'm thinking what we're gonna do with this car is we might start a flip series. Seems that we paid $300 for this car. Let's clean it up, put a little bit of money into it. So I want to do the front brakes, I want to fix the lifters, try and get the head a little bit quieter, get another set of wheels for it from the wreckers, whether it's stockies or alloys for it, or even sell it with AU alloys if I can find another one. We'll paint up some trims, we'll polish the car, make it look nice, maybe just sell it for a profit and see what we can do. These cars are currently starting to sort of creep up in value, so it's getting harder and harder to find them for this price anymore. So what I'm thinking is we start a series. I know I don't really want to start another series because we've got so many others to do, but this will be a sort of little side series we can do because I know a lot of you guys have asked me to start flipping cars and showing you how to do it and going out of your way to find, you know, cool cheap cars and get into making a bit of a profit out of cars and making our way up on the car scale. So a lot of you asked me, you know, what's the best way to flip cars? The best way, in my opinion, is start with something like this. Think of a car that's in trend at the moment, that's going up in price. Back in the day I used to flip and wreck a lot of Skylines, and at the time they were cheap but they were going up, so they were good cars to get involved in. So a car like this where they're sort of getting into the trend would be nice, a good fixer-upper. You know, even stuff just like painting the grille, you know, making the grille nice and shiny, you know, just little things like that just to appeal. We want to make the car, you know, if I'm ever going to sell a car to someone, I want it to be mechanically sound. So the biggest thing for me obviously is that lifter tick, because something that would deter me from buying a car would be lifter tick, so you got to think of things like that. But yeah guys, I'm actually really excited to get involved in this and show you guys, you know, how we can make a bit of money. This car has cost us altogether, it's cost us about, I think it's $349 because of the permit as well. And if we put, you know, a couple other $100 into it and try and sell it, let's say we put it up for $1,200 and we sell it for $1,000, you know, there we go. Then that's $1,000 towards another car. The next car we can buy can be an AU, and then we can fix that up and then sell that, and then next car we can get like an XR6 and work our way up until, you know, we get back into Japs and stuff like that. And yeah, so I think that's what we're going to do with this car. And let me know in the comments if you want to see anything else. Now, all you guys have already asked me on my Instagram to, you know, build a burnout car, build another drift car. This could be a really good car for one of you guys if you wanted to get into drifting. It's a good platform. You know, you got the solid rear axle at the back and you have 6-cylinder, exactly like my AU drift car. So if any of you guys want to get involved in it, let me know. I might even sell it as is to you guys at a good price. Obviously, I still want to fix mechanical stuff, but shoot me an offer if you want it. If not, I'm just going to fix it up, put a little time into it. Even painting this front panel here will make a huge difference. But yeah, I'm actually really excited to get involved in this thing and just do some cleaning up to it on the side and do a little bit of a side hustle. There's a Patrol sitting there, isn't she pretty? So yeah, another thing we're gonna do is just the exhaust come off its hanger at the back and little shit like that. You probably hear it rattling as I come into the garage. This wasn't planned at all. This side looks way worse with the stocky on it. Even with the alloy at the back, that looks cool. So if we can get an alloy at the front, fix all this crap here and get a new corner light, this would look really nice. I've already been getting some offers. People offer me like $500 for it already. But I kind of want to just make it a little bit more mechanically sound. Oh, it's got a tow bar on the back there with the plug, so I'm going to pinch that for my green one out there. That's my daily out there. Also, how many kilometers are on it? I think it's got 260. Let's have a look. 278, which isn't bad because a lot of these have quite high kilometers, over 300 plus. Yeah, all the electrics work. I haven't tested the air conditioner. It's got tinted windows, so it's actually quite nice in here. Yeah, I was actually amazed by the headlining. It's pretty good. But it's been, you can tell an old person owned it because it's been really well looked after inside. As well as they have an ice scraper in here. So the interior is going to clean up really nicely. It's just very dusty. Get all my cleaning products from my other joint and bring everything over and just give this a nice clean. Look how dirty it is, guys. Oh, we made our money back. Made the money back on the car. It didn't come with the owner's manual, so I'm pretty pooped about that because my other one did. But yeah, I drove it about 45 minutes home and yeah, didn't miss a beat. But yeah, guys, I really hope you're excited about this little mini series we're going to do on this thing. So I'm not in a rush to get rid of it. You know, it owes me $300, so I don't really care. But it's sitting there. It's unregistered, obviously. It was on a vehicle permit. I just had the vehicle permit for a week, so it's got about another 4 days to go on the permit. But if anyone wants to buy it, I can organise another permit and whatever. You can drive it home. Get a nice drift car for you and be ready to rock and roll. So thanks so much for tuning in, guys, and I hope this excites you just as much as it excites me. You know, guys, I love cars so much that any car excites me, whether it's a piece of crap or an exotic car. It doesn't bother me because cars are amazing. Without further ado, guys, we'll catch you in the next video when we're trying to hot this little thing up. Well, not little, it's massive, and make it into a nicer car and hopefully keep it on the road, because this car was going to go to the scrap. Another one saved, and hopefully one of you guys gets it or goes to a good home. So take care, everyone. We'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.